Hi friends, very good evening all of you. How are you? I hope all of you are doing great. Today let us start with advanced accounting for CA intermediate. So this is our first class, paper 5 for CA intermediate students who are writing exams in May and November 2023. Okay, so in today's class, let us see the introduction, syllabus, weightages, and few related things. Okay, so I want you to have a separate notebook, a new notebook with a pen and a pencil and a calculator and a scale, and especially ICI study material and CAP classes study material. Whatever the material I have sent you in PDF, I suggest you take a printout of the same. Take a printout of the same. That helps you a lot. Okay, so let us see the syllabus first. Prepare the table like this. Syllabus. So under that, serial number, chapter name, weightage. Very important. Weightage is the percentage of marks you expect from this particular topic in the examination. Okay, under the write down, first chapter is accounting standards. First chapter is accounting standards. Under that, we have so many accounting standards, and the weightage of this topic in ICI language is 20 to 26 marks. So you can expect around 20 to 23 marks in the examination. But it is not one particular standard. There are so many standards under this umbrella. So I'm sure you might have completed few accounting standards in your accounting paper 1, isn't it? In accounting paper 1 accounting, you might have studied some accounting standards. Now in advanced accounting, that means paper 5, we'll see little advanced standards, but it starts with basic standards like AS4, AS5, 7, 9. These are the basic standards, and you'll go eventually to advanced standards. So I can tell you one thing at the outset, the level of difficulty or the level of knowledge or the level of depth in accounting standards in paper 5 is far more than that in your group 1 accounting standards. So you should be very careful, and also look at the weightage. One particular chapter is coming for 25-26%. That means you might get 25-26 marks only from this chapter. So imagine how important it is. So under this write down, what are the accounting standards we have? We have AS4, 5, 7, we have AS9, and then we have 14. What is 14? Amalgamation. Then we have 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26, and 29. These many standards are there. Okay, accounting standard 4, contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. 5, net profit or loss for the period, prior period items, changes in accounting policies, etc. Then 7 is construction contracts, 9 is revenue recognition, 14 is very important amalgamation, 17 segment reporting, 18 related party disclosures, 19 leases, 20 earnings per share, 22 deferred taxation, then 24 discontinuing operations. Where is 20? 20 is earnings per share, 22 taxation, 24 discontinuing operations, 26 is intangible assets, and 29 is your provisions, contingent liabilities, and contingent assets. So in this I can tell you, 14, then 14 is one area, then 17, 18, 22, 24 are little advanced. So normally these are from previous year, previous syllabus final. 14, of course, amalgamation is there in CA intermediate level. Remaining things are borrowed from CA final. So obviously they are little advanced standards. Okay, so this is your chapter 1. Then comes second umbrella. Second umbrella is company accounts. Second umbrella is company accounts. Under this, again, there are so many subtopics. Two is company accounts. Under that company accounts, you have so many subtopics. One is ESOP, employee stock option scheme. ESOP accounting, accounting for employee stock options. Then comes buyback of shares. Then comes buyback. 2. Buyback of shares. First one is ESOP under company account. Second one is buyback of shares. Third one is equity shares with different voting rights. Equity shares with different voting rights. This is a very small topic, okay, just half an hour topic, which is actually a part of buyback only. In the textbook, if you see, this is there in buyback only. Buyback and equity shares with differential voting rights is same chapter. Okay, then comes important area, amalgamation. Then comes internal reconstruction. Amalgamation, internal reconstruction. Then comes liquidation. Then comes liquidation. In this is a major area. This is a major area. Internal reconstruction and amalgamation are major areas. Remaining are, small topics only. Like maybe probably 1 day, 2 days topics. Liquidation might take little more time, but ESOP and buyback are, very small areas. Equity shares with differential voting rights, I do not consider it as a separate chapter itself, but amalgamation and internal construction, these can take your life. Okay, and the weightage here for all this put together, can you believe, is 33 to 38%. Very, very, very important area. You understand? So all these are important. So obviously this amalgamation and internal reconstruction can come for 16 to 20 marks at times. And normally you cannot expect any paper. Without, a question coming from amalgamation and internal reconstruction. Sometimes this 33, 38 is there, no? It is only indicative. Sometimes it can be more. So this is section 2. Section 1 is accounting standards. Section 2 is company accounts. Then comes section 3, which is actually a petty area, small area. Banking companies, accounts of banking companies and non-banking financial companies, NBFC we call. Banking companies and non-banking financial institutions. The weightage for this is 12 to 16%. Okay, in this banking company is bigger one. In that again 6 units are there. But of course 1-2 units will be pure theory. After that 3-4 units will be there where you will have a lot of problems, numeric examples and all. So we'll discuss in detail. Actually, if you are doing bank audit, no, if you have done bank audit or if you are going to do bank audit in your article shape, this will be a very interesting area for you. You will come to know what is a non-performing asset, what is a standard asset, what is a substandard asset, how to recognize revenue, how to create a provision. Then rebate for bills discount, how to create, and then how to prepare P&L and balance sheet of banks, how many schedules are there. As all of you know, banks, banking companies or banks, they do not follow Schedule 3 of the Companies Act. Okay, so here you can say that there are 2 types of banks. One is a banking company like ICICI Limited, Karnataka Bank Limited, Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited. Okay, all these are banking companies. That means basically these are the companies incorporated under the Companies Act. These are the entities incorporated under the Companies Act having their primary business as banking. Banking as their primary business. That means they are essentially companies. But if you read Schedule 3, if you read Companies Act, both in Companies Act and Schedule 3, they have clearly mentioned that this particular proforma, whatever the P&L account and balance sheet proformas that are given in Schedule 3 to the Companies Act, they do not apply to banks. They do not apply to insurance companies. They do not apply to electricity companies. They have separate, proformas. Okay, so all the nationalized banks, and banking companies, they prepare P&L and balance sheet as per Banking Regulation Act, as per the guidance given by RBI, but not as per the Companies Act or Ministry of Corporate Affairs. You understand my point? So for them, there are separate schedules. There are 16 schedules. 11 schedules for balance sheet, 1 schedule for some disclosures contingencies, and 4 schedules for P&L. Okay, that means you understand balance sheet is playing a very dominant role in bank. In bank, balance sheet is more important than P&L. Of course, in any entity, balance sheet is more important than P&L. That is a different story. In banks, it is more. So banking companies, out of this third chapter is there, no? Third segment, banking companies and NBFC. Banking companies is maybe 80 to 85%. Non-banking finance companies again is 10 to 15%. Within 2-3 hours you can complete NBFC, provided you are strong in banking companies, because the provisioning, then prudential norms, many things are same between banking and NBFC except minor changes. So NBFC is basically a very easy thing. You understand, if a question comes from NBFC area in your examination, that 4 marks or 6 marks, whatever it is in your pocket. You cannot do mistake in NBFC. That's simple there. So this is third area, 12 to 16%. And then last and final section, what we have is 4. In this, we have one consolidated financial statements. Consolidated financial statements. Then comes partnership accounting. Okay, in this partnership accounting, you'll see dissolution, sale of partnership to a company. Okay, you'll see dissolution, sale of partnership firm, or conversion into a company, or amalgamation. So these are the areas under partnership accounting. These are basically advanced issues. So if you look at your syllabus, even in group 1 you have seen some partnership accounts. Even in your foundation level you have seen some partnership accounts. But admission, retirement, death, calculation of goodwill, dissolution, these kind of things are there. No, they are actually basics. From dissolution, we can say that it is little advanced. I do not say complicated, because I'll tell you one thing. Okay, this accounting is basically traditional accounting. So these are there for the last 50 years, 100 years. So since the accounting is born, they are there. So you're not doing anything new. So this is very traditional way of doing things. So if you are, speaking about integrated reporting or corporate social responsibility accounting or e-commerce accounting or special aspects in accounting, or when you're speaking about international financial reporting standards, IFRS, globalization, then, harmonization of accounting, then converting balance sheet of accounting standards into Ind AS, or from Ind AS to IFRS, or from IFRS to US GAAP. These are actually advanced issues in financial reporting. Okay, so when it comes to this partnership accounts, single entry system, liquidation of companies, these are, since I am born, they are there, or, much before I am born, they are there. So you don't need to really consider them as the burning topics. Okay, but this two put together, you can expect 24 to 26 marks. 24 to 26 marks. 24 to 26%. That's it. This is the syllabus. So your syllabus has 4 parts. What is part 1? Accounting standards for 20 to 26 marks. What is part 2? Company accounts, which again comprises of so many things. Employee stock option scheme accounting is there. Accounting for buyback and equity shares with the differential voting rights is there. Then liquidation is there. Then amalgamation and internal reconstruction, which are major areas. So this is a big chunk. So obviously having the highest weightage as well, 32 to 33 to 38% weightage is there. Third one is a very small portion, banking companies and NBFCs, which is 12 to 16. Good news is few of the topics were deleted from your syllabus 2 years back. So many topics have been deleted, so you are very safe and happy. Of course, new accounting standards have been added, which are little advanced. Don't worry about it. Then comes fourth area, consolidation, CFS, and partnership accounting. Consolidation is also traditional accounting only. Some of the teachers are saying consolidation is new topic, that topic, this topic and all. Banana, nothing. This consolidation is there for the last 20 years. Okay, accounting standard 21 came into picture long time back, and I'll tell you one secret. This consolidation, what you are learning, is actually ruled out. Actually, it is not how consolidation is happening in the real world, because this is accounting standards consolidation. Now Ind AS consolidation came, IFRS consolidation came, which is completely different. But this is the basic. Unless you know this consolidation, you cannot learn the other one. You understand? So that is the reason we have to learn this. And many accounting standards, what you study in CA Intermediate Advanced Accounting, you will study different accounting standards at CA Final FR, because CA Final FR is all about Ind AS, which is more like IFRS. But this is the base. Unless you have the base, you cannot build the building. You cannot construct the building on that. So there are 4 parts, and we can say that there are 10 chapters. Out of 10 chapters, 3-4 chapters are very petty. 2 chapters or 3 chapters are huge, like amalgamation, consolidation, and internal reconstruction. And majority of the portion, like we can say maybe around 60-70%, I believe 60-70% is traditional accounting, where just you need to have common sense, debit credit, common sense, debit credit. There is no nuclear science involved in it. There are certain conceptual things are there, which I'll eventually take you through. I personally believe 70 to 80 in advanced accounting is quite possible. Quite possible. I'm not saying that, if you are a very good student and if you put a lot of efforts, then you get 70, 80. No, if you are a very good student, if you put more efforts, you'll get 90s. Okay, I have students who scored 97, 98 in advanced accounting. Okay, in costing, in accounting, in advanced accounting, even in CA Final FR, 90s are quite possible nowadays. SFM in CA Final. Okay, 90 is quite possible. What you need to do is you should understand the logic. Anyway, accounting is built only on debit and credit, 2 pillars. Okay, if you understand any concept, at the end of the day, it is same. Okay, so this is the syllabus. So, we are formally starting a new batch for May 23 and November 23 students. This is going to be a regular batch. This is our session 1. In this session, I just wanted to give you a very brief understanding on what is our syllabus and what are the weightages from exam point of view. This is important. You need to write down in your notes, because one day before the exam or 10 days before the exam, you will get a doubt. This chapter comes for how many marks? Tentatively, it is not guaranteed that ICI will try to make a paper just like this. You understand? This time, November 2022, when my students wrote the exam, they called and said that, sir, we do not know how to respond to the paper. Is it degree paper or CA intermediate paper? We do not know. The name is advanced accounting, but they are very basics. I said, congratulations, good for you. But of course, ICI has given slap in financial management. That is a different story. Okay. But advanced accounting is comparatively simple. Okay. So note down the syllabus, just write down what it is. In the next session, we'll start with a particular topic. Okay. Probably we might be starting with accounting standards. Okay.